turn everything off here. And let's talk a little bit about jointing two surfaces square to each other, because that's key before I can take this twisted oak workpiece to a table saw to mill it down for legs for an art stand. So if everything was right and that's square, that's perfect. Twist is gone now. Yep, and I've got three sides actually square to each other. So this face right here with all that quarter ray fleck will be up against the table saw, and I can cut thin strips for the nightstand. But a couple other things. Look at that. This came from a shop teacher, now retired, Larry Szymanski, up in South Bend, Indiana. Taught shop for 30 years, probably the best teacher I ever met. Anyhow, he shipped this to me, his kids made it for me, and it's my favorite jig to keep the workpiece flat to the bed and tight to the table. And then this micro jig push block with this type of gripper on it, that's what I use on the side to hold it against the fence, and that's how I get a square, as it were. Now, I have to head out to mill this at the table saw, but those are some good tips. One other thing I wanted to point out, this is plugged in so I won't touch it, but you see those squares in there? Those are carbide cutters. And once it gets dull, and it happens, instead of replacing knives, you just unplug it, use this wrench, it's supplied with it, loosen up a cutter, rotate it 90 degrees, tighten it back down. You do that for all the cutters if it's completely dull. But if you just get a nick, say you hit a nail accidentally, recycling something, you can just rotate that cutter as long as it's not cracked. If it's cracked, replace the cutter. But rotate it 90 degrees, you're back in business. That has been a great innovation. I love this joiner, and I think you'll agree that surface on oak is absolutely perfect. There you have it.